Like, people will go to the California coast, go to Vegas. On the East Coast, they go down to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I used to always go to Florida. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's okay. It's just my tooth started hurting. It had nothing to do with the smoke.
Then you need to close the...
Oh my god, my tooth. Holy fuck, bro. Oh my god. Definitely Trish. What am I eating? Oh, glad you asked. Today is brought by something gelato. For those of you that don't know what gelato is, you don't really know if it's good or bad. So take my word for it, it's good. It's some of the best gelato you can buy at a regular low-end grocery store. Or mid-range, but not a top-notch one. A top-notch one, they've got some serious gelato that's going to run you about $50 a pint. And I know you're not spending $50. Just not. We don't have it. You don't have to. That's okay. Right? You know? What is it? Better chance of a camel going through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter heaven? That's not literal, you know that, right? No, spring break is not just in March. Spring break is from February to April. You're just used to the mainstream ones being in March. Imagine if absolutely everybody in the whole country went spring break in March. Impossible. Like in Florida, they don't go spring break in March. You know why? Because everyone else is coming down there in March. Like, I bet, like, how many of you out there have kids and they're off this week, right? For President's Week? Do you guys remember when we were little, we got 2 days for presidents because Washington and Lincoln got the on holiday? We did away with that because it was remnants of the defeat, the Grand Old Army defeating the rebels or whatnot. So anyway, did anyone ever remember come from a state which didn't celebrate? There was a memorial to all those that they lost in the Northern War of Aggression. How many of you are familiar with the Northern War of Aggression, and how many of you are not familiar with it? I wonder if my friends ever heard of it. Have you ever heard of the Northern War of Aggression? It's when the northern states got jealous of how well the South was doing with its agriculture and its textiles. Yeah. And they did not like them being happy and having land, and they wanted to force their way of life, a miserable working in factory life, upon them. And so they gave them an ultimatum to start listening and behaving, and they didn't. They said, no, we are our own people. And so the North, for no reason, just sucker punched them and attacked them. And just beat them up and went down there and stole all their stuff and brought it back up north. Is that about right? Is that about what the Northern War of Aggression was about? You know, there's always going to be two people that know about history. That's the Civil War.
See, in America, yeah, it's...
But they called it something different in the South for a period of time.
It's crazy how it goes on.
Like, Russia's saying they're in Ukraine because of Nazis. I can't say that word right.
Against Nazis?
No. They think they're Nazis. When I was in Vietnam, everyone hates the Russians that are teaching English over there because they can't teach it for shit. But the Vietnamese just care how they look, and they still they have a close relationship with Russia because of what Russia did for them during the Vietnam War.
Yeah, it was against the United States.
They actually, like some Russians actually flew against the United States.
Yeah.
There's a couple of memorials where they were down.
Vietnam, it was against the United States. Same thing like Afghan. It was against.
But it wasn't. It was more complicated. Vietnam was fighting for 100 years. They called it the War for Peace.
Yeah.
They actually asked the U.S. first. Ho Chi Minh thought that because we were a colony and they were a colony, that we'd understand. He never got the letter. Their Declaration of Independence is reading our Declaration of Independence. Every year they read it.
There was a bunch of people who's like communism and other society was a good democracy. That's what's happening.
Democracy is not as good as they make it out to be.
Not anymore.
Plato was against Athenian democracy. Okay, I said it before, I'll say it again. The average Joe is an idiot and cannot govern themselves. They need to be told what to do. Imagine your kids had democracy in the house, and if it's a single household, once there were two of them, they could outvote you. And if it's a two-parent household, once there were three, they could outvote you. And they got to make the rules. How well would your household function? It wouldn't go so well, would it? All those in favor of no bedtime tonight, say I. Parents, no, you can't do that. Oh, so sorry. The yays have it. Bedtime, parents. I love dessert for dinner. Now, we all know she's so silly. She couldn't see Russia. Did you know Alaska used to be Russia? Yep. That was actually Russian territory. That's why there's places like Sitka.
It's crazy to give for rent.
No, they sold it.
No, they said they give for rent.
No, they sold it. It was called something. Some Hoppers followed it. For rent, my ass. We don't rent shit. We buy shit. You know who else tried to say that? The Pequot. Pequot Indians. No, not the Pequot. What were they called? The natives of Massapequa and Long Island and Manhattan. They tried to say they were just leasing the land. They were never intending to sell it.
But I will tell you, it was for rent.
What?
That's why revolution was made. It's no more the king, queen. That's why.
We wanted a two-front war. Because they dropped out of, I've been here before. They supported, they dropped out of World War I. Yes, I am not with you when the bug and Muslims are. Yes, I know that. I don't understand what happened with Eva. What happened? Just came in. I missed something. What happened? You want me to switch the driver?
No, you just do. I'm gonna take the phone, okay? I'm gonna take the phone.
Okay.
Your service may be.
It's okay. Hello, my friends. Catch me live. Trend report. What's that mean?